We are back with a brand new video. What is good, Heat Nation? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Miami Heat's day one free agency. We're going to be recapping day one of the Miami Heat's free agency. So make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below for day two, because that will be tomorrow or today, because I'm recording this after midnight. So yeah, make sure you guys, smash that like button, subscribe button, and comment down below your thoughts on day one and what you hope for day two as we move forward with free agency. And yeah, as always, check out my second channel. I will be dropping some more NBA content as the offseason keeps progressing. Let's get right into it, man. I do just want to quickly address the whole Miles Bridges situation. I do want to send my best wishes to Miles Bridges' wife or girlfriend or significant other. I saw what happened, man. It's very sickening, and there's absolutely no place for that in our league. And I hope that the NBA takes some action towards that, because it was very disturbing. You guys probably saw it already. If you haven't, you probably heard about it. It's just, I'm not going to get into it because it's not my place to do so, but just want to quickly address it. Hopefully the NBA does something. It's kind of sad because this dude was a most improved player candidate. He was about to get a bag, and now I wouldn't even be shocked if that's the last time we ever saw him in the league, because that's very serious what he's being accused, and the accusations look to be true as he turned himself in. So hey, man, we'll see what happens, but just want to address that real quick. Let's get to why you guys all clicked on the video, though, which is recapping the Heat's free agency for day one. I did want to take it day by day. I didn't want to do videos for every signing or re-signing, because I just felt that would be a little bit too repetitive. I'd be addressing the same points. I felt that if I waited, did one video for each day of free agency, I thought that would be the best approach. I know there's a lot of other channels out there that did, a video for the Oladipo signing, a video for the Dedmon. I don't want to do all that. I just wanted to do one video for every day, so I can talk about a lot of things in each video instead of addressing the same things over and over, just making 2-minute videos for each signing. So hopefully you guys understand. I'm very sorry I did not drop a video sooner, but I wanted to wait until day one was over, because there was a lot of stuff that went down. Maybe not a lot of moves on the Heat's part, but there was a lot of speculation, a lot of reporting here and there, some big names. We're gonna get to Kevin Durant. He requested a trade. So yeah, let's actually start off with Kevin Durant, because that came out of left field. I was at work and I was like, I was not that optimistic, because from what I was looking at on Twitter and stuff, which is again probably my mistake, but I probably shouldn't trust everything that I see, but it didn't look too good for the Heat from all the reports. They were talking about Oladipo leaving. We kind of all knew PJ Tucker was out the door. That was basically confirmed a week ago by a really good Sixers reporter. So I was pretty confident that he was gonna leave after whoever that reporter was. I forgot his name, but he's very credible for the Sixers. He called it first about how the Heat are unlikely to re-sign him, or he's unlikely to re-sign with the Heat and stuff. The Oladipo thing, I thought he was a goner. From everything I was looking at, I thought Oladipo was, I thought he was leaving, man, because it just did not seem like we had so many reports. Jake Fisher from Bleacher Report, even Evan Massey, all these people, Sam Amick, everyone was he's leaving. He's either going to the Lakers, he's going to the Nuggets, he's going to the Jazz, or he's going to the Kings, or he's going to the he's not re-signing with the Heat. That's what everyone was talking about. Then surprisingly, at 6 o'clock on the dot, he re-signs for 1 year on an $11 million contract, and I think it's a great deal for Vic. It's a prove-it deal. It did say that he wanted a starting role, and a role that would allow him to start and also earn around 10 to 11 million. We gave him the money part. As far as him starting or not, we'll have to see. I'm assuming that there's going to be more moves made by the Heat, and we'll definitely get to those moves. But Oladipo, I think, is a W signing, man. I was very afraid that we would lose him. I did not want to have a 2020 type offseason. I tweeted, I was like, this feels very 2020-ish. Losing PJ. It could, hurt us like losing Jay Crowder did back in 2020, but at least we retained Oladipo. As far as finding a Tucker replacement, I do want to say, man, thank you everything, PJ Tucker, for what you did for Miami, man. You were the ultimate role player, one of the best role players in Heat history, and that's saying a lot, because he only played here for 1 year, but you could just tell like everyone loved him. Like he was just like the prototypical Heat player. It's very sad that he left. Like I like until that Sixers reporter tweeted it, I just didn't think that he was gonna leave. I was like, man, he just fits the Heat to a T. Like what they promote, he just does everything that the Heat promote. And it's like I didn't think money was gonna be the only reason that he left, but it was. He took the bag, and you can't be mad at him, man. I just wish him all the best. But yeah, I mean, for the Heat, like I wouldn't have wanted to pay him that much money anyway. So at the same time, I'm not mad that the Heat like didn't re-sign him on that contract, because that's a lot of money, and that's a long contract for someone who's 37. I was more thinking of like 3-year, $24 million contract, with the third year being a player option. I mean, a team option. So it sucks to see him go, but you know, I wish him all the best. Chase your bag, and yeah. The Heat Nation's blessings will always be with you, bro. You did nothing wrong in a Heat uniform, so shout out to you, PJ. We'll miss you. But as far as Dewayne Dedmon, he was a second signing. I mean, it was kind of unexpected to me. I thought that Dewayne Dedmon was going to be let go, and to me, I'm not like predicting anything. I'm not saying anything like that this is going to happen for sure. It kind of signals that there might be a trade where Yurtseven is involved, because I just didn't see the Heat bringing back Dedmon. He had a good regular season, but in the playoffs, he was just unplayable at times. I thought they were going to go with Yurtseven to give him a shot. And then bringing back Dedmon on a 2-year deal, with the second year being like having some protections or something on it. It kind of like not shows me, but it kind of hints to me that there might be a move where Yurtseven is involved in the package, and that's why they had to go out and re-sign Dedmon. I'm just speculating. I'm not confirming anything, because I don't know anything what's going on with the Heat. Like I don't have any insiders or anything. This is just me, you know, speculating and trying to figure out why they would do that. But yeah, not too many thoughts on Dedmon signing. It was just I was just kind of surprised that they did it, because I didn't expect it to happen. But now that they did it, I can kind of, you know, I can kind of see that it might hint at a possible Yurtseven trade for a big fish. And speaking of big fishes, man, Kevin Durant requested a trade. This was out of left field. I was at work and I was trying not to scream, because I was like, bro, this Kevin Durant requesting a trade came out of absolute left field. I thought that the Nets situation was resolved after Kyrie accepted his player option. Out of nowhere, I get a notification from Legion Hoops on Twitter saying Kevin Durant has requested a trade. I don't know if it's fake or not, so I click on my Twitter notifications. I see Woj, Shams, everyone's talking about Kevin Durant requested a trade. I was like, whoa. Now that is something, because I don't remember the last time a dude with his magnitude requested a trade. Maybe Harden in like 2020, 2019, whenever, or 2020, yeah, 2020 or 2021, whenever he went to the Nets. Maybe that was when he requested, you know, that was probably like a similar magnitude, but I still think Kevin Durant right now is better than Harden in 2020. So, I mean, him requesting a trade, like, that just shocked everyone. It was like, whoa, like that just sent a shockwave throughout the NBA community. It's still going on, like what's going to happen with Kevin Durant. That's why I waited, because I wanted to see what was going to happen with Kevin Durant before I made a video. He's still there, man. Like there has been obviously discussion with other teams with the Brooklyn Nets, but like apparently the Nets asking price is very steep. They want 2 all-star caliber players. They wanted Bam Adebayo from the Heat. For the Heat's perspective, Bam Adebayo cannot physically be traded for Kevin Durant unless Ben Simmons is also in the package, and because the Brooklyn Nets cannot have both Bam Adebayo and Ben Simmons on their roster, because there's some rule. I'm not really familiar with what the rule is called, but there's a rule that prevents the Nets from having Bam and Ben Simmons on the same team. So he is probably out of the package unless he gets moved to a third team in a possible Kevin Durant trade. Now, the best package that the Heat could offer for Kevin Durant is probably Tyler Hero, Nikola Jovic, picks, Duncan Robinson, Omer Yurtseven, and Kyle Lowry. Maybe Vincent and Strus, but that is like 6-7 players. I don't think you can throw that many without getting people back. But essentially, out of those names, that's probably the best you can do if you're the Miami Heat. Kevin Durant's 2 preferred destinations were the Phoenix Suns and the Miami Heat. I think that he has a better chance of going to the Suns than he has with the Heat. Even though the Nets, I mean, it's been reported that the Nets do not want Ayton, they want Devin Booker. Devin Booker just got a supermax. I don't think the Suns are going to trade him anytime soon. They're obviously not going to trade Chris Paul. But I still think a package of DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and a bunch of picks, I think that's better than the Heat's package. I'm going to be unbiased here and say that's better than the Heat's package. So if I was Pat Riley, Kevin Durant is really, really good. Like, he's one of my favorite players of all time, obviously. Like, he's a stud. But, like, is it worth giving up the whole farm if you're just keeping Jimmy Butler? Like, you're not. What I'm saying is, I don't think you're gonna get Kevin Durant with the trade package that I just named. Like, I don't think without Bam Adebayo and without Jimmy Butler, I just don't see a way where the Heat can get Kevin Durant, because I think the Nets asking price is so steep. Rightfully so. I mean, the Nets don't have to listen to Kevin Durant and trade him to any of his destinations, because he hasn't done really anything for them. He won them one playoff series, and that's about it. So, like, the Nets don't owe KD anything, and they don't have to trade him to Phoenix or Miami just because he wants to go there. So it's like they can just trade him to whatever team has the best package. And the Heat, I have to be honest, like Hero, Robinson, Yurtseven, Picks, Jovic, Lowry, Strus, and Vincent, a combination of all those, I just don't know if that's as enticing as some of these other teams out there that have packages. Like, I'll look at the team like the Pelicans. If the Pelicans wanted to get Kevin Durant and they were able to throw them Zion Williamson or Brandon Ingram, that automatically trumps the Heat's package, and probably Dyson Daniels there as well, and picks like that trumps the Heat's package already. So, like, there's other teams that I think have better shots at trading for Kevin Durant. Now, I think a lot of, after 6:30, a lot of the free agency moves dried up, because I think a lot of teams were waiting for the Kevin Durant situation to like fizzle out and him to, get traded. But this is still up in the air. So I think a lot of people are shifting their attention to the Kevin Durant situation before they pursue any other trades. Now, it has been reported, and this is from Greg Sylvander, who's from 5 Reasons Sports. He tweeted, or he confirmed, but I'm pretty sure this was said on the 5 Reasons live stream, that the Miami Heat have sent a trade package to the Utah Jazz for Donovan Mitchell. Now, what this trade package is, only Greg and anyone else in 5 Reasons probably knows. I have no idea, but it probably revolves around Tyler Hero, if you're being honest with yourself. But they have sent a package to the Jazz for Donovan Mitchell. Now, if I'm the Heat, I would be, instead of trying to go and put all your eggs in the Kevin Durant basket, I would try to get 2 more stars. I would try to get John Collins, and I would try to get Donovan Mitchell or Kyrie Irving. But I think Donovan Mitchell would probably be a better fit in Miami. I think if you can somehow pull off a trade to get 2 of them instead of just KD, because I honestly, genuinely believe that getting Donovan Mitchell and John Collins would require less assets than Kevin Durant. Just because I just don't see John Collins' value as anything too high. You look at Christian Wood and Jeremy Grant's trades. I know Collins might be better than both of them, but Atlanta's been actively shopping him. You look at the Wood and Grant deals. Detroit and Houston basically, they basically got nothing really of value back. Detroit cleared a lot of cap, and Houston got some expiring contracts, I guess, which clears cap as well, but they didn't really get anything of value, you know what I'm saying? So for John Collins, I mean, if the Hawks, just want, one guy who just matched the salary, like a Duncan Robinson or something, and some picks or something like that, I'm not saying it can definitely get done, but there's a good chance that I think you could make it happen, and then, figure out what to do with the Donovan Mitchell situation. Now, I would really love John Collins on the team, but I think you should tackle the Donovan Mitchell situation first, or the Kevin Durant situation. Whatever situation you want to tackle, figure that out first, and then go for John Collins. Even though I would love John Collins on this team, I still think the half-court scoring is more of a priority. Worst case scenario, starting lineup of, Kyle Lowry, Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler, Jay Crowder, and Bam Adebayo. Jay Crowder has been linked in a lot of trades with the Heat. I don't think that's the worst starting lineup. So it's definitely better than Lowry, Strus, or Lowry, Hero, Butler, Collins, and Bam. I still think that, you know, you got to go after the half court offense first if you have the opportunity to do so. So, yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow, man. I'm super excited. Like I genuinely have never been more excited for a free agency period, just because of like the Kevin Durant situation. Like him requesting a trade has just caused so much, you know, shock throughout NBA fans. Like no one expected it. But that's why the NBA offseason is just so great, man. Because like you can never predict what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like you have no idea. Like one thing can happen here, the next thing can happen there. Like the whole Jalen Brunson situation, I must say, was a great job by the New York Knicks to try to avoid tampering. I must respect they did it very sneakily, man. I must respect that, but there was no way the Heat were getting Brunson. They even said that they weren't interested or they didn't have a meeting with him. So that was just all to avoid tampering. Like, do not fall for any of that. But yeah, day 2 is going to be really exciting. I'm going to be covering it on the channel as always. So make sure you guys stay tuned for any of those videos. Fingers crossed, man. Hopefully we have a great day 2. I'll see y'all later as always.